Hi everyone, I'm McDices and this is Bloodwash. Chat's gonna make fun of me because this is my second time doing it because I accidentally softlocked the game the first time. There's a lot in this game that can go wrong and it's kind of a weird speedrun. The main things to note is that there is a tool on speedrun.com. This will skip the waiting time because you normally have to wait for a couple of washing machines, so that's about 21 minutes of waiting. You want to put that in your local files and it's like a managed folder. You should be replacing it there. As well, make sure that you turn off all the filters in the head bob, and also make sure that you bind interact to mouse wheel up, as well as some other buttons, because you want that to be there. There's a lot of fun tricks you can do in this game for a surprisingly short run. Alright, anyway, let's go. Time actually begins once you load in, so don't worry about starting your time properly. However, I will mention where you might potentially softlock the game. Anyway, the reason why you want your scroll wheel to have the mouse is because you can skip text immediately. In addition to this, while I am picking up 5 clothes, there's also the rare chance that you can actually duplicate clothing. Anytime there's text on the screen, you're going to want to be doing the mouse scroll. Ideally, pick whatever's comfortable with you. That's going to be important. Also, as you can see there, you can actually talk to doors from really far away. So if you hit interact from like a big distance, surprisingly enough, you can actually go straight to that distance. It's an accurate split name. As well, that's kind of how fast you can go with the scroll wheel. Now, you may notice something here. I'm moving at a weird angle. The reason why I'm moving at this angle is because this game uses Doom-style movement. The Doom movement means if I hold down 2 direction buttons at once, they stack, along with sprinting. Also, we're going to talk to this guy in order to do everything here, and we're just going to keep going. It is a requirement in order to learn about the titular Bloodwash. We're going to head back down to the foyer at this point, but the Doom-style movement saves a lot of time if you're not used to it. The way it's done is, again, you look at an angle, and then you're kind of moving straight, but not really. You're moving more at an angle. And it, like I mentioned, it does stack. A lot of games do this. Spooky Jumpscare Mansion, Doom. A lot of first-person games that are made in engines like this, normally if you're moving diagonal, you can actually right now. So like at 122, if I move forward, it takes me about maybe 4 seconds to get through here. Meanwhile, let's head back the opposite way. You can just see how much faster that is. That was like 130. I saved a second just from there to here and here to there. Let's do it again. So 140, I'll move. And it took me like 2 seconds. Anyway. Right now, what we're going to be doing is waiting in this corner. The reason why you're waiting in this corner is because a bus will spawn. Once the bus spawns, you're just going to spam confirm. You'll spam your interact button, and that will allow you to get on the bus while it's moving. The game kind of wants you to go here or look back there for lore. You don't have to do that. You can literally just wait for the bus. There's a lot of waiting in this game for a 10-minute speedrun, and it's funny because they cut out 21 minutes of waiting, or I should say 22. Spam money? No, not spam money. But there's the bus, and now you can I have the scroll going, and then, there we go, right on the bus. Now, take the only clean seat. It will always be here. Every other seat on this bus is dirty. The last thing is, a guy is going to come over here. I don't know if he's based on the speed of looking at him, but I always like looking and just make sure he's about here. Once he kind of walks about to this area, you're going to be looking right here and doing a interact. That will then cause you to talk to him, and then we're going to spam that dialogue, and then after the dialogue is done, the camera will be a bit jerky, but you want to talk to that door. I'll show these actions in a moment, but I figure I may as well talk about this while it's going. This is kind of why this is a settings-based speedrun. It's one of those things that's kind of weird, and you don't really think about it. Anyway, it's actually a pretty easy run to learn. I learned this run about 3 hours ago from the making of this commentary. And as you see, he'll go right here, look at the dialogue, and then I'm just gonna spam all of it. Once the bus guy goes, you get the load, and then you are good to go. And then you can get like a 311 if you're really fast. My worst times I'm like 320s, but I got a 316 even off that, which I could have done that better, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty crispy, in fact. And now, a good portion that anyone can do, you wait for the Bloodwash cutscene to happen. And I guess we do get into the question as to why do people do games such as this. They're fun. People like doing games like this. This kind of goes to show that realistically you can speedrun any game you want. You can't do that. You can. You can do that. There's not really a rule as to what speedrun you have to do. If you want to do anything you want, honestly, go for it. You pick your favorite games. Now, although I should mention, though, there is a trade-off. Some games have a much larger lifespan than others. A game like this, you probably grind down to a certain time than you're happy with. A game like, I don't know, obviously a lot of people do Mario games or stuff like that, or I do a lot of Silent Hill games. With games like that, you end up doing a lot more. So. Oh, the way I will say, the longer a game is, normally the more lifespan it will have. Alrighty. So, first things first, I'm going to be moving my camera slightly to the right, and I'll be moving up left. I like moving this way. Realistically, if you want to move this way too, it's absolutely possible, but I like having my specific thing because I like being able to look at the door as I come in like this. Next, we're going to be going to the back of the shop here. We need coins for the washing machine. We're going to be doing some fast moving in a moment here. So I get the coin, expand the dialogue, and then you can actually move in the shadows all the way up to like here. I'm going to be looking up every time because that's going to allow me to freely spam the dialogue without making it stack. As well, once it says take out laundry, you're then going to grab it and then immediately go to the next because the laundry has a bit of a little pause there, as you can see. And that pause won't really affect me. Last, you're going to go inside the shop and you're going to see a dead guy. You're going to be grabbing the hammer first because I think that's slightly faster, and then to call 911. That allows you to begin the next part of the game, which now we're going to be playing as a police officer. Do not look at the door while spamming too much. Try to look away, because then you'll prevent a soft lock. That is why the split is named Officer Softlock. That's pretty horrible. Alright, up next we have a very minor trick. What's going to happen, though, is while you run through this hallway, you're going to get frozen when you see this guy. The game will freeze you. To avoid that, you're going to pause and unpause. That removes the freeze entirely and allows you to start doing this sooner. You actually get the dialogue of his animation ending once you get over here, which is nice. Next, you'll be going here, and then you'll be going to the back of the room. Once you see the door, turn immediately back, and then I'll talk to the door and open it. That causes this guy to spawn, and then he will die. I can't move right now. If I pause the game and unpause it, guess what? I can move. It doesn't matter how fast you move. You just need to be right here, and you need to be looking up. The reason why is you can't really interact with this yet, but once it kind of fades to black, you'll be able to, as you can see here. See? And now we're in the vents. Inside the vents, same idea. We'll be moving up, you know, diagonal. I haven't been able to pass these quite yet, because you just don't go fast enough, even with the diagonal movement. So, it is A-okay. But once you pass that one, you can actually go right, left, and you'll dodge those two, and then it is a straight line all the way to the end of this part. And then, you're dead, and you've killed the police officer. Oh no, how sad. Was that a GoldenEye run? Kind of. But it's definitely closer to Doom, I would say. Alright, so what's important to know is you want to get out your hammer. You don't actually need to do a lot of the puzzles in this game. You can if you know the answer, you can actually do what you need to do, which is quite fun. After this cutscene, we'll be going in, but I'm going to start by moving back or back left, because the games have me look at this. So I start moving back immediately, you can actually go right here. While I'm moving, get out your item. The buttons are binding to your comfort, and you're just going to spam the mouse wheel on this door. That's going to let you into the old laundromat. This will be a whole looking section, don't worry about it. We're going to do a minor skip coming up. The general idea is you're supposed to grab a flashlight and look around a room, and then you realize you can kind of move a drawer. However, you can literally just talk to the door and squeeze in there, and that is going to be much faster, as you can see right there. Now, the downside to this run is that there is a large amount of RNG. Before we do get to that, though, we're going to be grabbing the scalpel, and with that, you are then going to be going to the body. Absolutely spam mouse wheel roughly around the middle of the corpse. That can grab you the key in the dark, as you can see right there. There's no key there, but I actually have it in my inventory. If you miss it, that's okay. Alright, so what I want to explain is the final boss of this game is heavily RNG laden. They seem to spawn on a wildly randomized degree, and they also lock your controls. It seems random on how much you can hit them, really, so I can just say best of luck. You'll need to land 4 shots on the final boss. Before I do that, though, we're going to be getting 2 more things. One, you have to get a gun and ammo. It doesn't matter the order you do it, because realistically it's going to be the same amount of time save. But I like getting the ammo first, just because I feel like it's a little bit smoother to me on how I do it. Make sure you both talk to get the ammo. You might accidentally talk to the doll. That happens to me quite a lot. So you get stuck, don't worry about it. A single tap might be better. For this one, I recommend just mashing the pistol, and push R to get out the pistol. That is the default key, and it automatically pulls it out. Now, you can actually shoot this from a distance if you are accurate, but it's okay just to walk up to the door and do that. Alright, last but not least, there's dialogue when you get down here. The best setup to have right now is you want to go roughly around the middle of the area, which brings you about right here. There's a rare chance you can kind of see the monster in the distance. If not, you might need to go hunting. The best way I can seem to tell about this is that the monster seems to be based on proximity. I do have a minor strategy of my own for doing this, which is you like it really close and then you shoot it. But sometimes you might be wandering around. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. So I'm getting bad RNG right now. That's okay. There we go. There's a shot. So you need 4 shots once again, as I mentioned. What I want to try doing, though, is I'm going to try letting it go into me. I have seen runs where you just try shooting it immediately, but every time I've shot it, it seems to give me that animation. I'm not sure why. You can also hunt it down. But if you're going to hunt it down, understand that it is based on the noise, so you definitely need to be able to hear the boss. Because that is how I've been able to tell. The music will amp up if it's coming around you. Anyway, this run is very fun and fast, but just keep in mind, if you really want to seriously grind for world record, it will be RNG laden. So good luck with that. Alright, here we go. So this is the strategy I'm talking about. You let it run into you, and then it kind of like forgets or something. And it'll try to come back to you. You not pause. Nope, for some reason I've tried everything, it just doesn't work. But for some reason, if you let it run into you and then shoot, it does cause it to immediately want to kill you once again, as you can see here. Anyway, time ends on the 4th shot. So, let's see what we get. Game. See? Game. Low. As I said, it's probably been good. Well, I think I'm going to count it anyway for that. I'm going to count it regardless. You probably won't get this glitch, but I think it makes the video funnier to get this glitch. The last thing is more of the same. You do one more hit, and then you'd be done. But honestly, what better way to end that commentary? Because my god, this is just kind of a good showing of the game. No, he can't, because, you see, it's all on my headphones. That is the case. Anyway, if you end up watching this VOD on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hopefully your game won't get softlock. Mine normally doesn't. But this is that what a way to end it, right? Anyway, I think this is suitable, so thank you.